Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your WWE NXT Event Center report. And now here is the man to bring you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Hey, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1532 of the show. We're getting closer to the Whalen City Festival week, and we'll be changing my schedule up a little bit as far as uploading videos are concerned, as you know. I will be, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do a compilation of, hopefully, the 3 days that I attend the Whalen City Festival, and roll them all into one, basically, but, I might do that, or I might do it separately like I did last time. So, so be on the lookout for that. And we'll have a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to it. But right now, we're going to talk about what happened on NXT tonight. It was over 20 some odd minutes ago. And as you know, it's 10:22 p.m. July 9, 2024. A lot of crazy things happened. This is the fallout from NXT Heatwave. Red Sox won 12-9 against Oakland, and that's a, that's a pretty big deal. Red Sox trying to go into their final run before the All-Star break. As you know, this coming episode of the Popcorn Panel podcast will be the episode before the All-Star break. So we're going to be talking. We have a lot to talk about about the first half of the season and how everything went. So be on the lookout this Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock for that. Also another change. We don't know if we're actually going to do the interview with Dijak because Brandon Martin is feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't know if he'll recuperate in time to do that, but nevertheless, we're going to do it at a later date. The interview with Dijak if need be, and that's going to be very, very. So it's going to be an interesting interview. So we don't know if we're going to do it. We might not be able to do it this Thursday, probably at a later date. So kind of looking forward to that when we get a chance. So that's the only change we have for Rant and Rave this Thursday. So, well, we got, like I said again, we got to talk about the fallout from NXT Heatwave. Crazy way to start off. The new NXT champion, Ethan Page, kicks off NXT addressing the Orlando crowd of what happens. But then Oro Mensah, who has been wanting revenge on Page for what he did to Noam Dar, tries to go after him. Referees and officials and security that Ethan Page put out separated him from doing so, preventing him from going after Page. Trick Williams comes out and challenges Page for a rematch. So, but then Ethan Page is denied, and then Sean Spears interrupts both of them, and Sean Spears says, "You owe me one." And Ethan Page says, "Thank you, by the way." So, but then Javon Evans goes, "You know what, man? I would have pinned either one of you anyways." So all four men start brawling, and then it will lead into a tag team matchup, which we'll get to them. Women's action. Carmen Petrovic, the newcomer, going up against Ariana Grace. And during the matchup, JC Jane and Jasmine Nix show up at ringside, and Petrovic ended up winning the matchup. But afterwards, Fallon Henley attacks Petrovic from behind. And that will not be a very, very pretty sight at all. There'll be more on those ladies in just a moment. Ava was in a sit-down meeting with Brooks Jensen, and they said we're thinking of releasing you, but we're going to give you a second chance. More on Brooks Jensen. The Heritage Cup title on the line. Tony D'Angelo went up against Lexis King. And before the match, Eddie Thorpe came out with his DJ set and was playing the techno music during the break in each matchup, the Heritage Cup title. First round, nobody won. Second round, Tony D'Angelo got the first fall. Third round, Lexis King got the second fall. And in the fourth round, D'Angelo got the second fall, retaining his title. So that's a huge, huge deal. Then Brooks Jensen. Dude, what is with him? He goes out and attacks Javon Evans in the back, and Briggs is like, what are you doing? I vouched for you, and this is what you're doing? I wanted to make an impact. So, excuse me. Alright. So Chase U, Ridge Holland, we're talking about title matches. So Ridge Holland, I'm going to make it up to you. Thea, I'm going to try to get you a women's title shot against Roxanne Perez. Thea Hale versus Roxanne Perez. That will be a heck of a matchup. You know. And in the meanwhile, he got Duke Hudson a North American title shot next week. And then Kelly Kincaid. Actually, no. Hold up. Back it up. Gallus was brawling with Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe before the matchup. And then they had a tag team matchup with Mark Coffey and Wolfgang of Gallus going against DuPont and Igwe. Gallus ended up winning the matchup. Kelly Kincaid interviewed Trick Williams, and Trick Williams goes, listen, if I have to face these guys by myself, I will, but it won't be wise for me. I'm going to go with myself a partner. And then the screen behind Kelly Kincaid and Trick Williams turned into Joe Hendry. Is he the guy? We'll find out. Then Wesley discusses his future in NXT to the Orlando crowd. He was thinking about, and he was about to say what his decision was going to be until two old friends of Lee's shown up. That's right, the Rascals. Trey Wentz, and Trey Miguel, and Zachary Wentz. Where did I get Trey Wentz from? Was he? No, it's Pete Wentz, or Fall Out Boy. Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz, formerly known as Dash Carter. And then he said, "We don't want you. The people don't want you to quit. We don't want you to quit. We want to wreck shop here. What do you say?" And then Wesley hugged both of them. The MSK Rascals. Right. MSK Rascals are in the town. I'm doing both. All right. Anyways, Sheriff Schreiber interviewed Ethan Page and Shawn Spears for their matchup. Thea Hale and Izzy Dame went one-on-one in another more women's match. Taylor and Paxton appears at ringside and got involved during the matchup, forcing Dame to take the eye off the ball, and Thea Hale ended up picking up the victory by submission with the Kimura lock. Obafemi addresses Duke Hudson, and Hudson responded back as they will collide next week for the North American Championship. And then they were talking about MSK were talking about the reunion and all. Gallus interrupts them, and then they were both asking, what the heck is going on here? But then Wesley looks at Zachary Wentz. You've been gone for a long time. I'll explain to you what's happening. The Rascals in NXT. And I did tweet Nathan Frazier and Axiom, you boys better shine those belts up. Rascals may be coming for those titles. And then OTM addresses the Good Brothers before that matchup. Ava and Briggs will confront Jensen on this one, and he says, and she goes, Jensen, you have a match next week against Javon Evans, if he's cleared. He goes, fine. And as Briggs says, I'm responsible for him. He goes, Jensen goes, I'm doing this alone. Then the Good Brothers and OTM went one-on-one. OTM, Bronco Nemo and Lucian Price. And Bronco Nemo looks like he had a broken nose. And the Good Brothers, during the matchup, Michin shows up during the matchup and to get at Jada Parker. Referees and security separate those two, but OTM picked up the victory. Fallon Henley addresses Sol Ruka and Kaylani Jordan via video, social media video. Kelly Kincaid interviews Sol Ruka about the whole situation. Meanwhile, the North Quarter catch crude pull of D'Angelo family trick. They got rid of Damon Kemp. But then Ren Sinclair was looking at it. I didn't see a thing. Got the cameraman. Who probably didn't see a thing. And then Soruka went one-on-one with Fallon Henley. And Fallon Henley ended up getting herself disqualified because Jasmine, JC Jane Jasmine Nix came back to attack Ruka. And then NXT Anonymous spotted Tam Paxley addressing Izzy Dame holding some kind of Barbie doll. And then afterwards she ripped the head out of the Barbie doll and tossed the body down of the Barbie doll down, taking the head with her. But then Wendy Chu picked up the headless doll and then follows Paxley. If those two join forces, we're all in trouble. And then Jensen was talking to someone in an office. We don't know who. It could be somebody. It could be Briggs. Could be somebody else. Who knows? Ava and Stevie Turner got to talk to Cedric Alexander, who has now rejoined NXT. Meanwhile, Mr. Stone decided to introduce Ashante Diadonis to Ava. And then the main event. NXT champion Ethan Page and Shawn Spears joining forces with Trick Williams and a partner of his choosing. He was supposed to team up with Javon Evans, but since Brent Jensen took him out, that was not the case. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. That's right, Joe Hendry was Trick Williams' tag team partner during the match. Mensa showed up once again, started chasing Ethan Page out of the ring and out of the arena, leaving Trick Williams and Joe Hendry taking advantage of the opportunity. And Joe Hendry, with a standing ovation, picked up the 1-2-3 for his team. So, where we go from here? We need a Worlds Collide PLE between TNA and WWE. Let's get it on. Let's do this. So, looking forward to that. And now that's it. That's all the time of the NXT Heatwave Fallout of NXT Event Center for July 9, 2024. Bear in mind that tomorrow we'll have the Joker's Wild. A lot of other stuff is going to go down, and it's going to be big and epic. So, that's all the time we have on the show, and I will see you on the next episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. Up until then, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.